Hey, what's up guys, my name is Fernando. Today I'm going to bring you guys the top 5 maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. So without further ado, let's get into it. So coming down the number 5 spot, we have Aquarium. Now Aquarium is a very good map. It's very bright, very colorful. I just like the whole theme of the map. The way the map plays out though, it can play out sometimes really well and sometimes really poorly. This is sort of like a type of map which I really like, but at the same time sometimes I can just hate it, and I think that just goes with every map. But overall, I just love the theme, the atmosphere of this map. It's very colorful, very bright, and it's just a beautiful looking map overall. And sometimes the way it plays around, if you can flank around the enemy side, especially in Safeguard, it can be a whole lot of fun, this map at times. And I think the theme and everything is just beautiful about this map. So yeah guys, let's get into the number 4 spot. Coming down the number 4 spot, we have evac. Now this is one of my favorite maps in the game. When this game first came out, even in the beta, I hated this map, but it is slowly started to grow on me, and it is such a fun map to play. So it can be, especially if you're playing something like Domination or Safeguard especially, it can be so much fun getting the robot up into their spawn. It's insanely hectic, and there are some insane flank routes on this map where you can flank around way at the back of the map. Like you can flank around, I'll try to get some video footage up on the screen to actually show you guys the flank route, but it's really cool. And this map is just one of my favorite maps. I love the way it plays out, and the theme of it is very bright, colorful. It's a very nice theme. I can't describe this map. It's a very fun map, and that comes into the number 4 spot. Coming down to the number 3 spot, we have Hunted. Now Hunted is a map that I have always hated throughout the entire life cycle of this game. This map has only started to grow on me recently. I used to hate this map, and this actually shows one thing: the more you play a map, the more it starts to grow on you. And that's one thing that I definitely recommend to people. Like, I'm the type of person, if I see a map that I don't like, I usually back out of the lobby. But at the same time, try to play the map. Force yourself to play the map, because you don't know if you actually force yourself to play the map. Maybe your first or second run it mightn't have been so well, so you never want to play the map again. Force yourself to play the map, and over time you may grow to love it. And that was with me for Hunted. Hunted took a long time to grow on me, but in Safeguard is so much fun. When they push up the enemy team push up the robot, you can get like a melee weapon or like the MVP baseball bat, which I have, and you can just swing at people. Close quarters combat. It is so much fun for knifing only in this map. So it is, even though there's a lot of long lines of sight, there's also swimming. The water can be very effective for flanking around and just taking enemies out from the back. It's such a fun map to play. Very colorful map. Did change around the colors and stuff, which honestly I think it does look better now. That's just my opinion, but it's just a beautiful looking map, and it's so much fun to play on. So that comes into the number 3 spot. Coming down to the number 2 spot, we have Nuketown, or Nuke 3 Town, whatever you want to pronounce this as. But Nuketown has been in the past 3 Treyarch games, which was Black Ops, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3 now. So this has been taken from Black Ops, and this has been a fan favorite map for so long. Now you're wondering, why is this coming in at number 2 spot? Well, you'll see once I get to the number 1 spot, I'll describe that even more. But this map is insanely fun the way it's so close paced, so like fast paced action. It's so closed in. It's great for just about anything. I do feel as though in Black Ops 3 here, since they made the map bigger, since the new movement system and stuff, it's a lot more youthful with like an LMG, AR or something, because there's a lot of long lines of sight in this map. But at the same time, this map is just so much fun to play, and it's so fast paced. Even comparing it to Ground War, where there's 9v9 instead of 6v6, if Nuketown was in Ground War, it would be absolutely insane and so much fun to play on. This is just an all-round one of my favorite maps. It's always been in Call of Duty, especially in the Treyarch games. This map just goes down, hands down, one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty history. Now coming down to the number 1 spot, we have Combine. Now Combine might as well be one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty history. Now I have some reasoning for this, why it actually has taken over Nuketown. Now Nuketown is a map that is insanely fast paced, insanely fun, especially if your team gets score streaks. But a lot of the time your team is getting spawn trapped or getting killed right as they're spawning, and when the enemy team really pushes up in Nuketown, it is physically impossible for you to get out of that spawn trap. It's so hard, to the point where Nuketown, it depends on your teammates so much. But Combine, on the other hand here, Combine is a map that has that fast-paced action. It has an amazing layout. The colors are beautiful, bright and vibrant, and it's such a nice design for a map. It's very yellowy, if that's the way to describe it, but it is very bright, colorful, and very beautiful looking map at the same time, as the way it plays out is so much fun. It has that fast-paced action like Nuketown, but it is it's not as insane as Nuketown is. It's not like if your team, which your team can get in the spawn trap, and the other team can push up your spawn so hard to the point where it's very hard for you to get out of the spawn trap, but it's nowhere near as bad as Nuketown. Your teammates, you don't have to basically depend on your teammates as much, but when it comes to Nuketown, your entire team, you have to depend on your entire team to actually be able to win the match and actually be able to do good in Nuketown, and that's the major downside to Nuketown. It's very rare where I get into a game in Nuketown where my team is actually doing something, my team is actually winning. It is so rare that happens. Every game of Nuketown I get into, or every game in general in this game, because the team-based matchmaking in this game is terrible, absolutely terrible, to the point where every game I'm getting into games losing it and my team is absolutely doing nothing, and that's the reason I don't like Nuketown as much in this game. Even though it may be very fast paced and a lot of fun, it doesn't take away from the fact is that when your team's doing bad, your team's really doing bad, and that affects you and your play style in the game overall. Now Combine's not like that. Combine's a lot easier to break out of a spawn trap or just do something, and it's such a fun map to play, and this is probably one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty history. It's taken over into my #1 spot for favorite maps in the entire Call of Duty game. So, of course, Black Ops 3 hasn't run its entire time and its entire lifespan. We still have like DLC maps coming out, which when all the DLC maps come out, I think I'm gonna make a top 5 about like the top 5 best DLC maps and different things like that. But for now, Combine stands as my opinion of the best maps in Black Ops 3, and overall one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty history overall. But anyway guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe to some more Call of Duty Black Ops 2 content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.